Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Street Fighter 2 Jada Toys Ryu. I got it just in time. Not in time to record this yesterday, but UPS or USPS they take forever with their packages. But this is also another really good release. I was hoping for Ryu to get here first so I could do that one and then Ken, but it doesn't really matter. So this one might be a shorter kind of video because Ryu and Ken, they're the original Echo Fighters. So they're pretty much the same in terms of like sculpt and what they come with. Really quick, I wanted to ask you guys, question of the day, which one do you guys like better, Ken or Ryu? Honestly, I can't pick between these two. They're such cool characters. I love these two characters. Even though I suck at 2D fighting scrollers. Not saying that I'm good at fighting games itself. I play Smash Ultimate, but man, I'm like average. I'm a little bit above average. I can't pick between these two. You can't make me. That's too tough. But yeah, let's get into the figure. First off, of course, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. So, I'm pretty sure all the action figures for this line are gonna have the same kind of packaging. So it looks like an arcade cabinet. It's got the sticks and the buttons. Street Fighter 2 Ultra, the final challengers, Ryu, and then it's got some artwork of the character on the front. And then the health bars, really cool touch. I like that a lot. And then just like the Ken figure, it does have some additional information about Ryu. Country of origin, Japan, fighting style, martial arts, rooted in Anatsuken. Ansatsuken. I think it's Ansatsuken. And then just the ones here on the back. Oh yeah, I did this line got me, man. It got me hooked. I did pre-order I did order the Chun-Li action figure. So that one should be coming today. And I don't know how it goes with estimation dates, but it says the Gear 5 Luffy should be here by Monday, so I'm very excited about that. Super excited to go over it and and everything. But that's the packaging. I forgot to mention on my last video, but it does have some cool artwork on the sides here. You can see I think that's T-Hawk, Vega, Cammy, Fei Long, and Ryu. I really want the Cammy figure. I know they showed that one off at an exhibition. That one looks really good. Cammy and Guile. I have to get those too. But let's go ahead and take a look at the aesthetics and everything. So I had him in that classic thumbs up pose with Ken. He's up there on my shelf right now. So I can get the... So, I did forget to mention that, I think I'd mentioned it or not, I'm not exactly sure, but, the joints can be a little bit stiff to work around with. I think that's, what comes with the fitted joints. They're not as loose as the ones with pins, which is no big deal. It's just, it takes a little while to get used to it, but, just like the Ken figure, there's shading all over the body. There is some shading on the gi, actually. It's a lot easier to tell because it's completely white. The paint looks fine on the gloves and everything. I really like the printing here. They really didn't have to do this, but they did anyways here on this sash. Honestly, I don't see any problems with the paint. No brushing or anything or paint sticking to parts where it shouldn't be. And then just taking a look at the head. Like I said, it is like a hit or miss. I've heard with the printing on the faces and the sculpt and everything, but I really like the way this came out. This looks really well done. The other head, not so much, but this one looks really well done. I like the paint and everything. The printing for the eyes, it looks striking. It looks exactly like Ryu. And I like this version of Ryu where he has that fluff of hair falling over his headband. I think that's this is my favorite look for Ryu. Obviously the more modern depiction of him is with the spiky hair, and the more like geometric face shape. But I like this version of Ryu a lot. I think this is my favorite. But yeah, I think that's it for the aesthetics. I can go ahead and show you guys the like his actual body. So this works the same way as the Ken. You can take off the gi, and it looks really well sculpted. I like the way it looks actually. I don't have a problem with that. And of course, there is shading on places where it doesn't need to be, which is insane how much effort they're putting into these figures. But yeah, I think that's it for the aesthetic. There's nothing else I really have to note. It looks great. Just complete standard. This should be standard for action figures. I keep saying that. I forgot to mention this headband piece on the back is not articulated. It's the whole head is one sculpted piece, and that goes the same for the separate head it comes with. In a different way. It is sculpted differently, but just be careful with this. It is a rubber piece, so it won't exactly get in the way of anything, but just keep in mind, be fragile with this. It's not articulated. So honestly, I don't think I have any problems with the aesthetic and everything, aside from the other head not looking as great, but I think I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9.5 for the aesthetics. So then going on to the accessories, he does have the same kind of accessories as the Ken figure. So he does come out of the box with his neutral head sculpt and those two fist hands. But he does come with a Hadoken, of course. This one's blue. This is just a regular one. But it does come with the hand sculpted inside. And it's just like a translucent blue plastic. The other Hadoken that came with the Ken figure, I think it's like dual molded because it's yellow and orange. But this looks fine. I would have liked some paint on it, but it looks fine as it is. I keep saying, for $25, they didn't have to give us so many accessories. And then it does come with the stand for the Hadoken, works exactly the same as the other one. And then here's the separate head. It looks a little off, I'll be honest. That's why I said this head right here looks better than this one. So you can see there's a couple mess ups with the paint. I don't know if you can see it here on his right eyebrow. And the sculpt doesn't exactly look the best. But honestly, for what it is, it's a separate head, so I shouldn't complain. And then it does come with 2 extra hands for shooting out the Hadoken, which look really well done. I forgot to mention, you can't tell as much as the Ken figure, but this one does have texturing on it, the figure. I just noticed from looking at the pads on his hand, they do have texturing, which is really great. Just like the other figure, the Ken figure, I don't have a problem with the accessories. They gave us a lot. And just keep in mind, I'm going to keep saying this whenever I review these figures. These are $25. It comes with a really well done figure. Looks great, and it works great too. All these accessories and everything for $25. That's insane. I don't get how they're doing this without without them hurting themselves. Like I said, if Hasbro were doing this, they would have made them like super expensive, like $50 probably for each of these. But yeah, $25 for all this. It's honestly insane. There's not a lot. There's not really anything that I would have liked for the accessories for this figure. I think that's about it. I mean, the accessories, they're honestly a 10 out of 10. Maybe a 9.5 because of the head. Doesn't look the greatest. But like I said, I can't complain. They give us an extra head, an extra pair of hands, a stand, and a Hadoken that goes onto the stand, right? So 9.5 for the accessories. So going on to the articulation, it's pretty much the same as the Ken figure, so I'm going to go by this pretty quick. Starting off with the head, you do get better range looking up, but it is prone to falling off like this if you push it up too much, and then there is some pretty bad gapping. But it is better than the can figure, and then looking down just fine, and then you get perfect movement going all the way around. And then going under the shoulders, like I said, these joints do tend to be pretty stiff, so be careful. You're gonna hear a little snap, but that's just the joint settling in. Horizontal movement works good enough. It works pretty good. You can get it just a little bit more than this, but that's perfect. That's all you really need. You do to get a bicep swivel at the bicep, of course, and then double jointed elbows. You have to break them in a little bit, but honestly, I think the elbows on this one look better than the Ken. I'm not exactly sure if that's just me, but they look good enough, but they work really great. They work exactly how they're supposed to, and they are fitted joints. So just be careful. If you're one of those people that whines about pins, you don't have to worry about this figure with the pins. And then you do get the hands on a ball hinge, so you get it about that much. Not very good range, to be honest. We'll see how the Hadoken pose works out for this guy. Yeah, the hand range isn't that great. That's fine. And then he does have butterfly joints, I think. Let me see. Yeah, they go in pretty well like this. You do have to shimmy it just a little bit to get it where you want to, but they work just fine. They don't go in all the way towards the middle, but you can get some movement out of the elbows to get whatever you want. So they work with what you're trying to get, and they work well. The arms specifically, and then moving on to the torso. I think, like I said, these figures, they take a little bit of breaking in. I think this one moves a little bit more than the Kin. Actually, a lot more. I'll try to see if that's just this one, or if it's just both. And then going backwards, you do get some movement as well. So just like the Ken figure, this piece here, the top of the gi, is a very soft rubber material, and it's a really good choice by Jada Toys, because it allows for some really good movement. Like I keep saying, if this was Hasbro, they would have charged like $50, twice as much as this one costs, and they wouldn't even have bothered to make it the best they could. So I know I keep saying this, but I really appreciate Jada Toys for making these figures for us. It's insane how much effort they're putting in with the amount of return they're getting. And then the sash here is rubber material as well. I'm not sure if this one, if the printing here could brush off. So just be careful with that if you want it to look nice. It looks really nice, by the way. I really love this little detail. So this isn't going to get in the way, as well as the front piece here. It's not going to get in the way of your leg poses at all. And then going side to side, it looks like he does pretty well. And then going around like this works pretty well too. I think this one's a bit looser than my Ken figure. Let me know what you guys think, if you have both or just this one. And then going towards the legs, he does kick up pretty high, about that much, and then you can get a little bit more for your poses with the rest of the articulation working together. The articulation works really well all together. They work really well. And then just moving the arms out of the way, you do get pretty good splits. Not actually like a full 180 degree. So that's really good. 180 degree? I'm not... Well, I sucked at geometry in high school. Well, you can get the splits. I'm not exactly sure what degree that is, but you can get the splits. So that's perfect. And then going backwards, you do get pretty good movement, actually, if you move the leg to the side, but he does have the sculpted butt cheeks. So that's going to hinder it a little bit. But the diaper piece here, for the crotch is a bit of a softer material. It's not exactly like a tough material like they would use on the arms or anything, so that's really good. And then he does have a thigh swivel that works and looks pretty great. It's all flush almost, but you know, there's no problem with the way that looks. And then he does have a double jointed knee, which I think they could do a little bit better to get him into this pose. But oh, there we go. You can get his leg back about that much. Yeah, the joints here on the leg especially are pretty tough, so just be careful with that. Be gentle. And, you know, it's the same for the other leg. And then I'm really liking the joints and the articulation they have for the feet. So he does go back that far with the foot and then up about that much. Let's see what's some. I don't think there's barely any ankle rocker, which kind of sucks. I don't think there's an ankle rocker at all. With and no toe hinge. So that kind of sucks, but you know, I'm not really complaining for the you know, considering I paid $25 for this guy. If this was a super like high-end figure like $70, I would be pretty mad about that. But yeah, that was my review on the Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 Ryu figure. Really well done figure. These guys are blowing it out of the park. I'm super excited to get the Chun-Li figure because I've heard that that figure is probably the best that's out right now, released. So I'm very excited about that. Look forward to a review on that figure by next week, definitely. But definitely look forward to my SH Figure Arts Gear 5 Luffy review. I'm super excited to get my hands on that figure. I've heard mixed reviews on it, but you know, I'm excited nonetheless. You know, I always wait until I have the figure in my hands for my own opinion. So the articulation, it's a good 8 out of 10, 8.5. I'll say 8.5. I did not notice that there was no ankle rocker, so that bumps it down a little bit. But overall, I'm going to say this over and over and over again, so please forgive me. This guy is $25. You get so much for $25. So I have to say like a 9.5 around there. It's a really good figure. I'm super excited for the rest of the characters on this line. I really want to get Guile and Cammy. Those are probably my two hot picks right now for this line. So I'm super excited for what comes with this line. Hopefully, they can explore what they're doing with this line and do like Fatal Fury or something. That would be awesome to have a Terry Bogard figure by Jada Toys. I know they could do that character so much justice. So that was it for this video. Question of the day: which one do you like more, Ken or Ryu? I can't pick between those two, but I'll let you guys comment about it in the comments below. Tune in next time for another review, you know, on anything really. That's what I do mostly on this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.